hand here.
Yeah, so Alex Jones, in his second of 3 defamation cases.
He's like the opposite of you in the American court system.
So far, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he just got an order of $965 million, which is an amount that almost just makes you laugh. It's like, okay, but there it is, $1 billion. And am I right? So at first I was like, okay, well, there's got to be a punitive cap because in Connecticut, you looked it up. You said there's $50,000 cap on punitive damages.
Well, so I thought
it's the same thing. He's on the hook for like $4 million in Texas, but it turns out after some analyzing, is this? I don't know if this is 100% confirmed at the moment, but
this is from the New York Times, so.
They said,
what you will.
Okay, that's a reputable source, obviously, depending on who you ask.
Right.
The case presents the greatest financial...
Not me. Fake news media. New York Times. Goddamn fake news media.
They says the case presents the greatest financial risk to Mr. Jones because if he was found liable of violating Connecticut's Unfair Trade Practice Act by using lies about the shooting to sell products on InfoWars, there would be no cap on punitive damages under that law.
There is no law that cooks Alex Jones more perfectly than this one because that's literally his revenue model. Like he'll be like, they're turning the frogs gay, which is why I need to buy my straws.
Wait, what was he selling off Sandy Hook? What products could he even segue him off that?
I don't know. Y2K supplements. The government's killing babies on their own. They're gonna kill your babies too. That's why I need to buy my Y2K supplement. I don't know.
That's such a specific law. It's really interesting. But yeah, apparently that prevents a cap, which means this man's on the hook for a full $1 billion. Let's go.
I mean, that's I'm sure there are ways to get around this because there are so many different instances where people with any kind of wealth have been able to evade, duck responsibility and any kind of punitive damages with basically what is a slap on the wrist, right? I'm sure you could shelter some of your assets if he hasn't done so already. I'm sure he has, and then get around it. They could garnish his wages. They could liquidate all of his assets.
He's fucked. Yeah, he's fucked.
But the goal, I think, ultimately is not to offer some kind of financial restitution to the victims, but it is to basically show the rest of the world that this is completely unacceptable, which it was. What Alex Jones did is insanely unacceptable.
Yeah.
And that people should be more careful about creating mass hate campaigns against people that they've declared, villains, with
especially people whose children were just murdered. Not the best target there, Alex. You think InfoWars is done? And I mean, there's still another one coming. The man is so fucked financially.
Yeah.
By the way, during the verdict, this man was live on his show. Fundraising as one of the parents of the slain children is crying.
I mean, this is
he's fucking fundraising.
I can't it's so strange because he's so telegenic, he's so charismatic as a pure entertainer, but you cannot remove the consequences of his actions from who the Alex Jones the entertainer is. As much as I want to, as a longtime Alex Jones fan originally, you know what I mean? As someone who was fascinated by his persona, as someone who found him to be outright entertaining, it's impossible not to recognize the genuine harm he has caused in American society. Now, he's not single-handedly responsible for this. Obviously, the systems are at fault more than anything else. But this is complete insanity.
I love this.
I mean, this is such insanity that it belongs in a movie, right? And I don't mean a Richard Linklater movie where Alex Jones would be playing himself or a version of himself. I mean, literally, this is crazy.
No, this clip is. I agree. It's totally nuts. Here it is.
From Remington, ain't gonna be happening. Ain't no money.
Our verdict as to damages in this case, we award damages to each plaintiff and against Alex Jones and Free.
I killed the kids, folks. I think.
Number 1, compensatory damages. Instructions. fill in both numbers for each plaintiff, then go.
Now remember, I'm in bankruptcy. We got 2 years of appeals. The money you donate does not go to these people. It goes to fight this fraud, and it goes to stabilize the company. They want us shut down. That's why the ambulance chasers did this, why they use these families. So saveinfowars.com. We're fighting Goliath. We'll win because of you. Saveinfowars.com, infowarsstore.com.
He's literally
double Patriot points, 10% off at 1776
double
right
Patriot
now
points
at Infowars Store. But you see, you want somebody to fight for you? I'm doing it, and you see what they do. So you want to fight? That's fine. It's your decision. But that's where we are. That's the whacked out system of the left. Did we hit $1 million guys from Remington?
Did we hit $1 million yet?
Yeah, so by the way, pretty sure he's committing bankruptcy fraud right there on TV. You can't fundraise to save the business while you're bankrupting the business. I think the bankruptcy people are going to have a vested interest in where all this money goes.
I love that he said those guys are ambulance chasers. Have you seen his lawyer, dude? He's got a double ponytail. He fucking literally in the trial straight up said Alex Jones is a mad prophet and is unstoppable. I mean, he's just, oh God.
Their lawyers are definitely not ambulance chasers. The guy who finally sued him put it off for years and years and years until Alex Jones fans had destroyed, eviscerated any semblance of life that he could possibly live, had absolutely tap danced on the grave.
Yeah, that's his lawyer. That's Alex Jones' lawyer. That's my lawyer, dog. I'm going to prison on a defamation trial. I mean, it's so gross. I mean, it's so evil and so fucking gross. But Alex Jones, in many cases, is just ungovernable, you know? 2 for 2 on defaming the judge on the awards declaration trial. 2 for 2. He did it in Texas. He defamed the judge while the proceedings were going on. He defamed the judge in Connecticut, too.
He did. What did he say about them?
I think he did the same thing with the laser eyes and shit. He didn't go as hard on the Connecticut judge, but he definitely went super hard on the Texas judge.
Yeah, I know. I remember. It was crazy. But all the worst things to Alex Jones. I'm super excited to watch this guy's life go down the drain. Wish nothing but the worst for him. And I hope that InfoWars goes offline forever.
You know what's really interesting about this also is that I've always maintained the belief that like no one is truly a free speech absolutist with like maybe some exceptions, right? And this is one of those perfect instances, right? Like you can't yell fire in a crowded theater and like defamation does not fall under free speech.
Right.
And not only do we all know that, but this is a clear-cut instance of defamation with ongoing harassment that has occurred after that. But so many right-wing conservatives came out in defense of Alex Jones saying, like, the regime, the establishment wants to take him down for speaking truth to power or whatever, which is, by the way, like, what? Dunking on the victims, the families of, like, Sandy Hook victims. Like, that's crazy. But all of those people have personally consistently been like, you have defamed me, good sir, I will be seeing you in court. Like They all have defamation tweets of their own, so they all obviously recognize it. That defamation does not fall under that super broad protection that free speech offers.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy stuff.
Everyone who's threatened to sue me or has sued me, I'm pretty sure is MAGA. I don't know about Matt Haas. I think he's MAGA, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean,
yeah, they love that.
Anyway,
they love hitting people with defamation suits while simultaneously screaming that Alex Jones should have been protected.
So he's got one more trial coming up. Which state is that in? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
But I mean, he's already $1 billion down. So I mean, what does it matter at this point? He's gonna have a lot of creditors there, a lot of debtors. Mr. Jones has a third Sandy Hook damages trial pending. He lost to these two families. I don't know where it is, though. But anyway, so Alex Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on now to...